All right, YouTube, how you doing? Welcome back to the channel. Thursday night football week number 8. We're jumping into the Buffalo Bills taking on the Tampa Bay Bucks. Right now, Buffalo at home sitting at 8.5 point favorites. The total sitting at 42.5 at the time of recording. I do have a total lean to throw your way, a same game parlay that we're already locking in, a player prop that we're locking in, and then a player prop slight lean to jump into in today's video. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button before we do jump in. Last week, we had ourselves yet another crazy good cashing week. We sweep Thursday night football, we sweep Sunday night football, Monday night football, we go 4-1. The only negative day, and it was slightly negative, was Sunday, the main slate here. We had Austin Eckler over 12.5 rushing attempts for 2 units. That saved us because other than that, we went 1 and 2 in that video. But nonetheless, another really good football week for us. 3 weeks ago, we had the Guppies out there hating on the picks because we had a bad week. How's it been since then, right? Go back, look at the pin comment, check for yourself. We're on fire. Now let's hope to carry that in to this week here, because we do have a game in which I don't totally love. So hopefully we can capitalize on some of the momentum we've had and continue it into this game. But I'm being conservative in this game because if you don't like your spots in the NFL or in any sports betting, sport, right? Like, you don't need to force things. So I don't consider ourselves forcing anything in today's video, but we will start with our total lean here. I'm looking at the under 42.5. Now, it seems too simple to me. Two good defenses playing against one another, you take the under, right? Buffalo, as weird as it is to say out loud, has been struggling offensively. They haven't really had the season that anyone would have anticipated. They're 4-3 right now, 3-4 against the spread. They've hit more unders than they have overs, 3-4 to the over. And you're looking at Tampa Bay, who's hit 5 out of their 6 games, have gone under as well. They're 3-3 against spread. They're 3-3. Like, you have two teams that just haven't figured out offensively. Buffalo's the weird one. Tampa Bay, I didn't really believe in that offense. I've said that all year long. But even still, like, last 2 games, they haven't even combined for 20 points. So I lean towards the under just because we have 2 good defenses and the offenses are kind of up in the air right now. I think we'll keep it as a lean because we do tweak that number and include it in the same game parlay that we will talk about in just a second. So keep an eye on the pinned comment to see if we do make the under 42.5 an individual play. In terms of the spread, I couldn't get myself to love either side here. And like I said, I wanted to be conservative here. I didn't want to go with something that I just liked or the numbers spoke to me or something. No, I wanted to be able to say, okay, I'm 110% confident in this. And I couldn't get myself there with either the Bucks minus 8.5, the Bills minus 8.5 or the Bucks plus 8.5. Right now, the Bills aren't playing well enough for me to lay 8.5 points and hope they win by 9 damn near double-digit points, right? And the Bucks, the way their offense has looked, like, their defense has been fine, but the way the offense has looked, I don't know if they can keep this game all that close. So when you're on 2 sides of the fence there, you might as well just stay away from it. Consider it like an opportunity cost win, right? If you didn't feel anything, you don't want to just flip a coin and see if you win or lose. You want to make sure you have an edge. So I stayed away from the spread, and that was kind of my rationale and reasoning for doing so. But I don't mind the under 42.5. Now, in terms of what we're actually locking in, it is a same game parlay, and we're looking at the Bills money line, and I've moved the total up to 47.5. That is minus 115 over on BetMGM right now, which is tremendous odds if you look at the exact same game parlay on DraftKings at minus 145, on FanDuel at minus 144, and then on Caesars at minus 139. So again, that's Bills money line and the under 47.5. That's locked in on BetMGM for minus 115. Same rules apply in terms of the total, right? I like the defenses. The offenses have been a little inconsistent. I don't necessarily think there's going to be boatload of points scored in this, and 48 points, you're asking for that. That's actually a pretty decently high number to begin with. And you have the whole Thursday night football or primetime football this year, all these games going under, not many overs in primetime, right? I like the spot for Bills to pull this one out, not necessarily having to win by 9 points, but the total sticking underneath that 48 number, under 47.5. I do think the Bills bounce back and win this game, right? They lost to New England. And honestly, they could have, probably should have won that game. The Bills, since coming to London, or in London game included, 1 and 2 right here, they only beat the Giants by 5 points too. So this is a team that is just like, they must be foaming at the mouth for a win here. So I have a feeling they're going to go in there, stand on their home turf, and win this game after a heartbreaking loss to New England. And Tampa Bay, I don't really know what to make of them. They've lost 3 of their last 4, lost to Atlanta, got beaten by Detroit. This just doesn't seem like a team that's ready to compete with a team of the caliber of the Bills. Again, we're talking an 8.5 point favorite here. We just have them on the money line in this parlay. So Bills money line in the under 47.5. Now, before we do jump into the player props, I want to talk to you about Sleeper. If you haven't checked out Sleeper yet, now is the time to do so. They have a Josh Allen free square. They've knocked his passing yards line down to 0.5. That's a 99% discount there. If you guys have not checked out Sleeper, use the link in my pinned comment. You get 100% of your first deposit matched. You can put in $20, they'll give you 20. You can put in 50, they'll give you 50. You can put 100, you'll get 100 and have a new account balance of $200. It's an absolute no-brainer, and you get this leg in your slip for free. Go check it out. That's Sleeper. If you don't know what it is, you compare 2 or put up to 8 players in a slip. The more you get right, the more you get paid out. And I love the fact that Sleeper has dynamic payout multipliers. They don't follow all the fixed payout structures like the Underdogs, the Prize Picks, and all the other apps out there. Go check out Sleeper, guys. I'm posting on TikTok about my Sleeper picks all of the time. I love this damn app, and you will too. Go check it out. You get your deposit matched with the link in the pinned comment. So like I said, got a couple player props to jump into in today's video. And the first one here, we're going to jump into Outlier. I also have a link in the pinned comment for Outlier if you guys want to test this out for 7 days free. After that, it's $19.99 a month, but I highly encourage you guys to also check that out. That's 2 good pinned comment plugs for you guys that I'm using every single day. But I'm looking at Stefon Diggs, longest reception over 26.5 yards here. He's hit this in 4 of the 7 games this year. Even last game against New England, he just came up 1.5 yards short. This is a guy that is getting so many targets. He's averaging 11.1 targets on the season. Last 2 weeks, 16 targets, 12 targets. What I love is this, 26 yards after the catch on average here for Stefon Diggs, averaging 12.6 yards per reception. Now, if we look at air yards, this is where it gets really interesting. This is true yards the ball travels in the air, so not just receiving yards, right? Stefon Diggs ranked number 2 in the entire league, only behind AJ Brown. This is a guy that's ahead of Tyreek Hill in this category here. And if you look at his average depth of target as well, his average depth of target, he's up there. I'm trying to find him. Air percentage, I know he's up there as well. Yes, number 5 in the league in air percentage, but average depth of target. This is a guy that is getting plenty of targets, and these targets are downfield. Now, is he going to get the slant, the crossing route? Yes, but the great thing is it doesn't need to actually travel that far in the air for this bet, right? He could catch a screen pass and go for 27 yards and it cashes. It just is great to see that even the ball traveling in the air, meaning he doesn't have to rely on the yards after the catch, even though he's great at that too. He's getting plenty of air yards and targets downfield. I'm loving this spot for him. If we want to take a peek over at where the Bucs rank in terms of yards allowed to wide receivers, bottom 10 team too here, right? They are the 9th. They're allowing the 9th most yards to wide receivers. So guys, this is a play that I feel pretty good about. Like I said, I'm trying to be slightly, I guess you could say, conservative in this game, just because it's not the sexiest of games. Yikes. The sexiest of games. And I don't really want to, start pulling teeth here and splitting hairs to try and find stuff. In terms of the lean, like I said, so this Stefon Diggs pick, I'm locking in. I do have a lean on the exact same stat here for Gabe Davis. My only problem here is that he hasn't been getting, what we'd like to see. Like, the targets have dipped off just a little bit here. He hasn't hit this in 2 games. Prior to that, he was absolutely crushing it, right? And then his longest against New York was 9. Longest against New England was 6. His average yards per reception absolutely down here. Air yards down as well, again, compared to Stefon Diggs, who we just saw is getting plenty of those. So Gabe Davis, I don't mind his over 20.5. I just worry that the quantity and the volume won't be there. So we are going to be locking in Stefon Diggs. I'll let you guys know in the pinned comment if I roll with the Gabe Davis over 20.5, but much more confident with the Stefon Diggs one, just because I think the volume is going to be there. And again, I'm speaking a lot of air yards, ball traveling in the air. That's not the case here. It's not a 26.5-yard line in the air. It is just longest reception for him. So I'll lock that in along with the same game parlay. Keep an eye on the pinned comment to see if we do lock in the total by itself as an individual play, as well as that Gabe Davis longest reception. But that is all I have for you guys today. Make sure you go check out Sleeper and definitely check out Outlier. Outlier is the app that I just used. They also have a mobile app for it, but yeah, I just use it on my computer there, guys. Really, really, really great research tool. They're putting more and more and more into it by the week, it seems. Really great guys behind there trying to make it the best sports betting research tool in the market, and they're pretty damn close. Like, this is my favorite research tool, a one-stop shop. Link in the pinned comment for that. Again, 7 days free after that, $20 a month, $19.99 actually, even less than 20, way less than $20 a month after that monthly. But yeah, guys, go ahead and check that out and comment 10 if you've made it this far into the video. And obviously, as always, let me know what you guys are rolling with in the comments. I'm reading all the comments, loving everything that we got going on lately. But yeah, we'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.